Good morning. Welcome to Scuba International Christian Assembly's online church broadcast. TICA is a place of belonging, forgiveness, purpose, and power. And for those that don't know me, my name is Justin Canavan. I served at TICA from 2016 to 2017, and I am on my way back from the U.S. to help with the church. I look forward to being back in Japan very, very soon, and I miss the people of TICA very much. But I am honored to be with you online today. If you're new today, feel free to message us on social media or email us at tikachurch@gmail.com. We would love to get to know you better. Also, for those who want to give online to help the church keep sharing who God is, please message us or email us, and we will send you the information on how to give. Does anyone know what day it is? It's Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! Moms, today you are my heroes. But my biggest hero is my mom. Growing up, she took care of me when I was happy and when I was sad. She took care of me when she felt like it and when she didn't feel like it. This is not everyone's story, but every mom I know is amazing. Not perfect, but amazing nonetheless. So moms, today we honor you. We love you and we appreciate you. And we want to say thank you for all you do. And to my mom who might be watching this right now, I want to say I love you and I appreciate you. My mom and every mom I know knows how to deal with chaos. And I am amazed at how loud and crazy houses can get with kids in them, and how moms can deal with all of that craziness. And then there's Legos. Have you ever stepped on a Lego? Kids leave them everywhere. And I happen to step on those Legos all the time. It hurts. And in the midst of the crazy loud noise of kids in a house, there's pain. And moms deal with all of that all day long. And even more so during this crazy stay-at-home season. And I can only imagine how much crazier it's been with everyone home. So again, thank you, moms. We honor you today. It's been crazier for dads too, though. It's been crazy for everyone. We are living in a period of uncertainty. It can be very scary because we don't know what's next. COVID-19 has affected every area of our lives. It's affected our finances, our schools, and our families. It's difficult. And we must figure out how to not be fearful in these uncertain times. Therefore, today's message is about how to stay at peace in uncertain times. Our biblical passage today is Philippians 4:4-9. So if you have a Bible with you, I encourage you to open it up to Philippians 4. But first, before we read the passage, let's get some background and history behind the passage. This information comes from the introduction to Philippians in the NIV version of the Bible on the YouVersion app. Also, I pulled a lot of supporting information from How to Read the Bible Book by Book by Gordon Fee and Douglas Stewart. Both of these are great resources for studying the Bible, and I'd highly suggest them. I'll put links in the sermon notes so you can check them out. The book of Philippians is a thank you exhortation letter written by Paul the Apostle with his younger companion Timothy. It is written to the church of Philippi probably around AD 62. Philippi was a colony of retired Roman soldiers in eastern Macedon, or modern Greece. On his second journey to bring the gospel to the Gentile world, the Apostle Paul helped start a church in the city of Philippi. The Philippians became Paul's friends and supporters for the rest of his life. When they heard that he was in Rome as a prisoner, they collected money to assist him and sent it with one of their members, a man named Epaphroditus. Later, Paul sent him back with a thank you letter to the Philippians for their friendship and support, and the book of Philippians is that letter. Now, these retired Roman soldier occupants of Philippi had an undying loyalty to the emperor that was almost cult-like. This loyalty led to the persecution of the Philippian church. Paul knew this, so in his letter, he appealed to his own life as an example of how to respond to hardship with joy. Throughout the whole palace guard, that is right in the center of Caesar's realm, Paul was boldly making the royal announcement that Jesus is Lord. Paul's desire is that the Philippians will gain the same confidence and dare all the more to proclaim the gospel without fear. To recap, A cult-like undying loyalty to the emperor turned into persecution for the Christians in Philippi. And Paul the Apostle wrote this friendly letter, the book of Philippians, from a Roman prison as an encouragement and exhortation to his longtime friends at the church of Philippi. In this letter, Paul addresses the external persecution and also other moral internal church issues. And then right before this passage in Philippians 3, he especially reminds the church to keep going and follow his own example as he follows Jesus' example. And that's where we pick up our passage in Philippians 4. In verse 1, he reminds the Philippian Christians to stand firm in the Lord. In other words, he reminds them to keep serving Jesus and acting like Christians. Then we come to today's passage of exhortations to the Philippian Christians. Philippians 4:4-7 says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." In these verses, Paul is teaching the Philippian church about how Christians can keep serving God and not walk in fear. So how do we as Christians keep going and stay at peace in uncertain times? Well, according to Paul, we should, 1, pray to God and keep praying, thanking him for all he's done. Present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends or goes beyond the range or limits of all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Then Paul says in verses 8-9, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you." So what is Paul saying here? He is saying that in order for Christians to stay at peace in uncertain times, we should, number 2, think on the good things God has done and the good things God has given us, and do everything to follow after him. And the God of peace will be with us. Did you catch that? Not only will the peace of God be with you, the God of peace will be with you. If you follow after God and talk with him, presenting your request to him, the God of peace will be with you. Not just peace, but the God of peace. You will go through difficulty, but he will be with you. If you're a Christian and you're following after him, the God of peace is there with you right now. Moms and dads, he is there with you when the kids are going crazy and getting on your nerves. Kids and students, he is there with you when you feel alone or overwhelmed or depressed. So if you're struggling with fear, worry, doubt, hurt, or depression today, I challenge you to present those needs to God and seek to follow him. He will be with you through those things. It does not mean you won't struggle with things. It just means that the peace of God and the God of peace will be with you through the struggle. Whatever you're going through today, God is here for you. If you're a Christian and you're struggling with fear or anxiety, pray to God and thank him for all he's done. And keep praying. And keep praying, and keep praying, and thank him for all he's done, and keep thanking him for all he's done, and the God of peace will be with you. If you're not a Christian and would like to know more about this God of peace, please message us on social media or email us at tikachurch@gmail.com. We would love to talk with you about knowing him. Thank you so much for letting me share today. I pray God's peace, love, and joy over your life. And moms, one more time, Happy Mother's Day. We love you. And I look forward to seeing all of you very, very soon. Have a great rest of your week.